Hello there, my name is Kinsey and I am the owner of the Sound Space. Today we're going to be talking about how to play just one singing bowl or two singing bowls. I already have a video about how to play 3 or more bowls, but let's focus on this for now. So if you have just one singing bowl, whether that's a frosted quartz singing bowl, whether that's a tiny little Tibetan bowl, or that's a beautiful alchemy bowl, that's great. There's only so many ways that you can play it, am I right? So first things first, we have the option of dinging the bowl or giving it a kiss, or ringing the bowl, making it sing, going around it. I personally use 2 different mallets for the 2 different techniques. Either mallet can be used for both. So if you only have a silicone sonic mallet, you can ding with it, you can go around with it. If you only have a suede mallet, you can ding with it, you can go around with it. There's benefits and pros and cons to both of the mallets. The suede mallet, dinging, warmer sound, sounds much nicer, but going around, it makes a scraping sound. Silicone mallet, dinging, it sounds a little plasticky, not as warm of a sound, a little bit, not as many harmonics come out, but when you go around, there's no scraping sound. So pick your poison. One singing bowl. What I typically like to do is always start by chiming or kissing my bowl 3 times. You can think of this as being for mind, body, spirit. You can think of it as connecting to the divine, connecting to your heart, connecting to the earth. You can think of it as connecting to your higher self, to God, to the earth, whatever you want to think about it as. I like doing things in sets of 3s, and you will see that a lot. So when I have just one bowl, if you're playing for yourself or others, I like to just chime it 3 times in succession while letting the sound kind of, what's it called, like drain out in between. So you can play them 3 times and then maybe give them a ring. And maybe let them ring out for a little bit and maybe do that 3 times. Or if you're, accompanying someone or you're doing a sound bath, you might just do this. If you just have one bowl, you're just going to do this constantly. And then at the end, you might just want to let the sound drown out, or you might want to end with another 3 dings, 3 little dings of the bell. I'm going to go fast right now, but I typically would do this very slow. And then another thing with just one bowl that some people like to do is giving it a ding on the 4 corners. So you could try playing with that. So that's your options. Pretty much just going combinations of dinging and ringing. Beautiful. If you have 2 bowls, you bring a friend into the mix. Now, I still typically start by dinging 3 times no matter what. So you might ding him 3 times and then do him 3 times. I would never do it that fast. I mean, ding, dun, 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 ding, dun, dun. I'm just demoing for you guys. So you might still do that. So you might give them each a ding. And then you might ring each of them a few times, going back and forth. Another option is kind of like starting off with this guy. much just dinging and ringing between the two of them. And then either, you know, just letting the sound kind of drown out at the end, maybe giving it one last little sing. Letting that sound fall a little bit, then coming over to this guy, and then letting it drown. Or you might end with 3 little dings. The main thing is when you're playing with mindfulness and patience. And so it's kind of like public speaking, where you think you're talking slowly, but you're actually talking really fucking fast. So you think you're playing slow, but you're actually playing really fast. The alchemy bowls will hold their sound for a long time, so you can kind of give yourself some spacing within your rhythm or within your technique. You might give yourself a little bit of like a 4 count or an 8 count between playing the sound. So you play this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, play this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, go back to this guy. If you're playing the frosted bowls, if your bowls hold their sound really well, you can do that same thing. If the second you take the mallet off, it stops making sound, you might want to become ambidextrous and be able to play, you know, get the next bowl started before that sound kind of dies out. The main thing is you want to kind of have this continuation and like easy transitions between the sound, not letting it die down too much or get too loud. When you ding your bowl, it's gonna be at its max volume already. So you don't want to ding it and then immediately give it a ring. You want to ding it, let the sound kind of fall for a second, and then go around. And don't make your bowls scream when they're screaming. So if you can feel the bowl kind of pushing you off of it, or it's like making a really loud and unpleasant sound, it's not that you're doing something wrong, it's that the bowl is at its max volume and it's not going to go past it. So just take the mallet off, let the bowl sing out, and then start going around again. Of course, there is no right or wrong. This is just ideas to get you started. Hope it's helpful.